suck a dick, you get a B plus. You got Young nigga move that dope. Young nigga move that dope, baby, move that dope, baby, move that dope. Young nigga move that dope. Young nigga move that dope.
What's good, y'all? It's Timmy Too Dope. Welcome back to the only hip-hop reaction channel on YouTube. Do me a favor, though. Just don't ask your local fire department about that, because today I'm going to give y'all my first reaction to Isaiah Rashad's new album called The House is Burning. I've been trying to avoid this shit like the fucking plague, and I've been mostly successful. Of course, I've heard the singles because I've reacted to those on this channel. But at work, on accident, I did hear about 30 seconds of the Schoolboy Q track. And then it hit me like, yo, I don't know this song. This is some Isaiah Rashad I don't know. Let me go run over and turn this shit off. Zay first came onto the scene in 2014, dropping off Sylvia Demo after signing the TDE. Then a couple years after that, dropped off the Sun's Tirade, which is just a little more polished version of Sylvia Demo. And one thing I could say for sure from listening to those two albums is that Zay doesn't ever overextend himself. You know what I mean? He seemed to have found a formula that works for him, and all he's done since signing the TDE and dropping Sylvia Demo has been grow and evolve and work towards perfecting that formula, and it's been great to watch. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to see where the evolution takes Zay on this album. No other way to find out but to stop talking, get to reacting. This Isaiah Rashad, The House is Burning.
What am I supposed to do? I shop and get rich. Work too hard, but boy, don't floss too hard and get your wig split. Pray to God, I heard they got new guys outside in this bitch. Bella Tyler's got them purple hearts outside in this bitch. Whatever gon' keep your nose dry, my nigga. I'm with it. I know it got you froze, my nigga. I feel it.
I'm really liking the flow that he coming in with. It's pretty unique. I don't think I really ever heard that type of flow before. Yo, whatever gonna keep your nose dry, my nigga. I'm with it. I know what got you froze, my nigga. I feel it. My niggas be running away from life, so niggas cut off their legs. Like, that's just the cadence is crazy right now. And that's honestly always been one of his strong suits, along with you know, the unique filter that he puts on his voice and shit. It definitely makes for a unique approach to it.
Pray to God, I heard they got new guys outside in this bitch. Bella Tyler's got them purple hearts outside in this bitch.
Damn.
What am I supposed to do outside?
What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do to outside but get rich? Work too hard, but boy, don't floss too hard and get your wig split. Pray to God, I heard they got new gods outside in this bitch. That's heavy. Heard they got new gods outside. Barely toddlers got their purple hearts outside of this bitch. Purple hearts is what you get when you're like a war veteran and you go through some crazy, heroic, miraculous shit. So we saying barely toddlers got them purple hearts outside in this bitch. Like, that's fucked up on so many levels, but you know, sadly it's the reality in a lot of situations.
Came out bustin', came out buffin',
Came out fucking on your cousin. Okay. I was wondering how the fuck I knew this. I heard those horns hit. This was in the, this played after the Lay With Ya video featuring Duke Deuce. There's a short little snippet that played at the end of that video. Okay, let's go. This with Uzi, okay?
Came out bustin', came out buffin',
Came out fucking on your cousin.
All these flues is then they daddy, but you never, you in trouble. I'm the same, I'm gon' barbecue it, something that you're busy, it ain't shit. With me, with that local hatin', on the nigga, get it crackin'. I'm not surprised, I'm on the rise, been on the ride, that is my eyes, spam it a lot, just hold it down. All I require, just hold it down.
Yeah.
Shit talk you and we on around. Niggas be hating when feet on the ground. Got the legit with the beat on the couch, down on the Gucci and beat on the mouth. Came out bustin', came out bustin',
Came out bustin', came out bustin'.
came out bustin', 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 came out bustin'.
Hey, I hate repetitive shit, but when you come with that energy, you can repeat whatever the fuck you want, bro. I ain't even really listened to the lyrics, bro, because that energy was on 10, and I'm sitting here just fucking, you know what I'm saying, just bobbing my head like crazy, okay?
Got the legit with the beat on the couch, down on the Gucci and beat on the mouth. Came out bustin', came out bustin', came out.
Man said nut on her coochie and beat on her mouth. You disrespectful as hell, Zay. But I fuck with it.
Wait, Chanel on my feet, yeah, that's full on my C's. I be fucking with the bees like Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
Uppercut this thing, put your bitch on the edge of her seat. She on that ecstasy, I'm on the beat. Swear the ecstasy edge of my feet. And usually I like repetitive beat. I like the way that she move on my feet. All of these bitches, they look good to me, but I'm fucking the same girl.
Which is ironic as hell you say that because of what I just said. I don't like repetitive beats. I don't like repetitive rhymes. But I'm fucking with this, Uzi. Do your thing, bro.
Bitch, I'm a boss, I'm wherever it be. I've been on tour, I see more. I told them motherfuckers feed me beats. Just like my music, yo, bitch, came out.
Damn, okay. Man said just like my music, yo bitch gon' leak. Like I'm gonna have that bitch wet, she gonna be leaking. But my music, he's had a history of his music getting leaked and shit, which means like getting released not on his accord. Somebody, you know, secretly fucking stealing from him, hacking his shit and releasing his music when he don't want it to be. That shit fire. What the fuck's gotten into Lil Uzi Vert lately? Honestly, bro, what the fuck he been drinking? What the fuck he been eating? Cause the last couple verses I've heard from him have been fucking fire, bro. I can't deny that shit. And I am not a Lil Uzi fan by any stretch of the imagination.
Running, I'm so cunning, high tech digit, fat for a planet, passport shouted, airport pilot, NASCAR audit, summertime bombing, 2 white flashing kicking.
Yeah, I ain't even gotta say it. Wrestling, hip hop, always gotta show love. Fuck yeah, Zay. I'm road running, I'm so cunning, high tech digital, flat 4 bottom. Passport shorty, airport probably, NASCAR Audi, Swanton bomb it. Swanton bomb, Jeff Hardy, Hardy boys, y'all know, let's go.
Young like sleazy, get back with you, step back, hit him with a step back, switch it.
Ah.
That it felt like this, shit might triple, shit might missile, shit might hit you, freaky walker, that might Cody, that might nigga.
Yeah.
Early, be gorgeous, be with it, be for it. Let me do donuts in your floor. Play number 8, I do it. Let me control it, I can control it. Eat it with one hand, baby with nothing. Play with my zipper, play with my bubble. That was your sister, that was my summer. Came out buzzing.
Whew, hey man. How the fuck am I out of breath? Just from bobbing my head in this chair, bro. Your boy is out of shape. But also, that shit, that energy on that shit was crazy, bro. And I definitely see why he picked Uzi for that track. Because his flow was kind of similar to what Uzi does, you know what I'm saying? So there was really no other choice. Yeah, it goes without saying, that's the best track so far, 2 tracks in. We're going to move on to the 3rd track, R.I.P. Young. Okay. I see what you did there, Zay. I see what you did there.
Yeah, got the money in the headlight. Big dog every time we hit the red lights. Just shine, ain't nothing but a good thing. Don't die, didn't teach him how to pump fake. Big shot, I ain't tripping, I don't wanna lose count. Talking my shit, it was just us, bitch. Pop smoke, pop shit, pop bitch. Young nigga don't pop too much. Spaceship fake, broke Kanye. Young nigga don't stay too long.
Okay.
Big truck, big deal, big pop. Them niggas probably hate my guts. Tryna gain my trust, but it's all out lust.
Yeah, this is some real laid back vibes from Zay, which, you know what I'm saying, if you are a lifelong Zay fan, you know that's what he's best at. What you say right here? Young pop smoke, pop shit, pop bitch, young nigga, don't pop too much. Spaceships, fake broke, Kanye, young nigga, don't take too long. It's the reference to, almost said Space Jam. The reference to the song Spaceships by Kanye. One of my favorite songs, man. Especially if you at work and you're trying to grind through the work shift. One of my favorite Kanye tracks to play.
I'm thugged out, nigga, but I just ain't a motherfucking rainbow, nigga. I ain't that motherfucking thugged out, nigga. That shit beautiful than a motherfucker. My baby mama probably at the end of that bitch with a gold dick and ass, nigga.
Damn. I mean, you ain't lying. You never too big of a thug to appreciate a nice rainbow. You know what I mean? That track wasn't crazy, you know what I mean? But that track was definitely something that you could put on in the whip when you want to drive and just let it play. You know what I'm saying? Perfect for those late night drives, roll something up, that type of vibe. Fourth track is Lay With Ya featuring Duke Deuce. I've already done a reaction to that. I'm going to leave a link in the description below if you want to check out my reaction to that. But as far as this album reaction goes, in the interest of time, I'm going to go ahead and skip over it. We're going to go to number 5, Claymore featuring Smino. Isn't a Claymore like a bomb or something like that? I know my wrestling nerds are gonna know it. That's Drew McIntyre's finisher or whatever. But I think it's a bomb or something like that. But in here, they may be referring to it as a car because he's saying Claymore, let's swang. So I don't know. Y'all gonna have to let me know.
Let me call up Isha to come over here. Keisha, we up, I think it's so cool. Yeah. Let me call up Peaches, that's my other real Keisha. We up, I take it cool. You wanna play in the backseat, put in my bag. You wanna live in the
Yeah.
Losing myself, I'm high.
Yeah.
Break it up, pick it up the pace. Losing myself, I'm high. You get the choice. Over the bag, you don't destroy yourself.
Hey, he was really just repeating lines and shit in there, but the way he sounded over this beat is going crazy. Who produced this shit? Produced by Groove, Cal Banks, and JLBS. Shout out to y'all, man, because this shit groovy than a motherfucker. No pun intended. It's me. Woo! Hey, nah. We gotta run that shit back, bro. Smino flow on 10 right now. Let's go. Woo! Smino's so fucking underrated, bro. So fucking underrated. I need more. I need more Zay and Smino tracks, bro. If that's anything to go by, my God. And like I just said, Smino hella underrated. People need to start putting way more respect on Smee's name. 6th track is Headshots. Again, I already reacted to that. I'm gonna leave the description. I'm gonna leave a link in the description, rather. Y'all can check my reaction to that and hit that link. But again, just to speed things up, I'm gonna go ahead and skip this. We're gonna move on to track 7 called All Herb featuring Amindi. Hey, bro, I'm starting to think that Zay's a big wrestling fan, and I ain't know that. That's like 3 songs in a row that he brought up wrestling references. You ain't slick, Zay. You ain't slick, but you are slick.
Yeah, sleep in the bed cause you broke, it's all perfect. Sleep on the cash, it was life, it's all real. Laid on the floor, I was broke, it's all worth it. Valley Hotel, break it down, it's all worth. Laid on the floor,
okay. Also, I just realized that I didn't mention the line that made me say that he's a wrestling fan. You can't see me. I'm John Cena in camouflage. John Cena, you can't see me, but if you have camouflage, you blend it in. You know what I'm saying? Also, I really like the cadence and the flow that he came with at the beginning of the verse and shit. Where's this line? I was like, oh, sleep on the cash. It was life. It's all real. Laid on the floor. I was broke. It's all worth it. Like, just those sacrifices that you make when you're trying to get to the top and shit. He was laying on the floor. He was broke, but he is where he is today. So all that shit was worth it. You know what I mean?
Face home. The breakup with a breakout.
Okay.
Trying to find a way out. I'm waiting for the catch. Running for the hills when it gets rough. Truman Show is feeling like a setup.
Okay.
I'ma be an isolated mess and still as good as it gets. Nothing less when I mess up.
Yeah, who on the edge is the farthest out.
I'm gonna have to listen to her verse again and this track again. But on first listen, it kind of sounded disjointed. It kind of really didn't sound like it fit. Kind of sounded like it threw off the vibe a little bit. But that's just our first listen. But it didn't sound like it was it to me. Yeah, I didn't realize that outro. That outro was the same as the intro. I kind of wasn't really paying attention to the intro. But what she was saying in the intro and the outro was hard. Fuck it, I'ma get it off my chest though. Made a nigga perfect for his next hoe. Fuck it, I'ma get it off my chest though. New one trying to bang me like a set. If I'm giving 10%, I'ma need it back tenfold. Like, that shit's hard. But her verse, just like I said, it kind of sounded disjointed. That whole track was just mids to me off first listen. You know what I'm saying? What can I say? 8 track, Hey Mista.
And my niggas on P's and we was on B's and we was on sofas. One of them bitches gon' tease like we was on stage, we was on porches. Some of them got a little pay, they got a little horse, they got a little fortress. I was just having them days, ain't just a way, and I been hit Porsche. Bitch, you fever, bitch don't sweat me when I'm hot, you want some leisure. Hey, mister, and I let my bitches, and I put my bitches off, and I bring them bitches off, and I put my bitches on stocks, and some good and rich spots, and a new direction.
Oh my god, yo! Yo, the way that bass hitting is crazy. What the fuck happened in that second verse?
And I bring them bitches off, and I put my bitches on stocks, and some good and rich spots, and a new direction. And the Gucci baby, got the Uber when I shot. Good for you and Stacey top, and a generation too. All for complications though, when I'm with this shit I know. Call me daddy, baby, don't. You know love I like it best when I messed up.
Interesting. It's an interesting flex, Zay. Could have done without hearing about it. Nah, dog, you ain't leaked this. Oh, you can delete this little thing. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I thought you said you can leak this little. Talking about leaking the track. Man, I was kind of just vibing at the first verse and the hook and shit. You know, it was good. It was good. But then that second verse, when the bass was going crazy and he had to add those little chants or whatever it was in the background, took it to a whole different place, man. I was fucking with that, especially the second half. 9th track, True Story, featuring Jay Worthy and J Rock.
Yeah, why try break my heart, why try help change my mind? Yeah, lights on in the crib, lights on my bitch. Yeah, lights out than I feel, darker than I feel. Yeah, lights all on my kids, lights out in the crib. It's the magic one, don't lose me in your ribs. It's the nasty one, she feel fantabulous. I got what you asking for.
Shout out for using fantabulous. Couldn't get SZA to deliver these vocals, bruh.
Flavor, huh? It's your favorite, huh? She say that I'm her baby, huh? You notice her behavior switch. You don't hit harder than me. You soft for some baby shit. Give me this, give me that, give me. He never gave me shit. How you begging that? You got a bitch. That's hustle and flow. Choppers on top of choppers. That bank right in front of your house. Boy, you just running your mouth. Cap, you looking for clout. Shoot fit. Where the motherfuckers? You walking them out stack. I'm the Eastiest. They know I charge a fee for this. If I was selling for this verse, then I'm back on my feet.
Hey, I'm loving this word usage in this shit. Zay saying fantabulous. J Rock saying what he said. I'm the Eastiest. Like I'm the most East motherfucker. It's good to hear J Rock, man. It's good to hear him.
Say we gotta eat with this. Still hungry, they peeping it. Clean the plate off immediately, completely. We ain't leaving shit. I know they can't believe it. I'm bleeding it, slide, leaning them. Gotta beat the odds, no surprise till we even it. Top dog alumni with it. Saint Bernard with it. Bark low, but the bite
Fell through the other day in the safe.
Hey man, J Rock 8. Like I said, it's good to hear J Rock. It's been a minute since you heard from him too.
Fuck around, bitch, I do it like a Cheeto. Getting off this weight like it's keto. Beast mode, I'm still selling grams for a Pinot. On the streets, no west side niggas got the cheat code.
Yeah, man, that track was just vibes. Like I said, that's mainly what Zay is on. You know what I mean? He does that well. The highlight, in my opinion, was J Rock's verse. It's great to hear J Rock back again. The homie, what's his name? Jay Worthy was just okay. Was just some mids. Zay's verse was light. I do like the hook. I was kind of talking shit when I said, you know, you couldn't get SZA to do the vocals or whatever. Just because it reminds me of the harmonization that Zay and SZA would have back in the day. But it don't sound bad. You know what I mean? I'm just a big SZA fan. You know, what can I say? 10th track, What You Said, featuring Cal Banks and Doechii. Again, another track I reacted to. I'm going to leave a link in the description. Y'all can go check my reaction to that. We're going to skip ahead to track 11, Don't Shoot.
Say you ain't got nothing to live for, so you ain't got nothing to lose, but don't shoot. Say you ain't got nothing to live for, so you ain't got nothing to lose.
Hey, I feel like he's about to actually be talking about some shit in this. Just in the hook right here, Southside said you ain't got nothing to live for, so you ain't got nothing to lose, but don't shoot. Like, that's a loaded statement right there. That's loaded right there too. So how you gonna vacay? Get high? You know, poor people, middle class people even, they really can't afford to be taking vacations or frequent vacations or lavish vacations, expensive vacations. So how do you get away? How do you escape your day-to-day life? You get high. You drink. You pop pills. You do whatever. You self-medicate to make yourself feel better. Like I said, to escape. Damn. You hear the way that shit came in? He said, tell him get the noose off my neck. Yeah, like I said, he really talking about something. Let's run that bag.
Tell him get the noose on my neck. My nigga, I ain't finna let this shit fuck with my head. Ain't shit left to give a fuck about. Don't give a fuck about. You ain't got nothing to live for, so you ain't got nothing to lose, but don't shoot. Don't die, my dude. This shit's finna go down. No blood. Can't blame your guys. Sometimes you gotta maintain your side. My days too long. Sometimes I wanna lay down in love. Vacate, no time, so how you finna vacate? Get high. They was shipping my nigga off for 28 summer. Nigga only been free for like 3-4 months. Niggas living their life for like 300-400. Yeah. It goes both ways. They was digging in my pockets, I was digging in my pockets. You was looking to a light, and I was looking for a light. I was fucking with the fight in the worst way.
Damn, bro. Yeah, he getting kind of personal with this shit. They've been shipping my nigga off a 28 summer. I mean, 28 years in prison. Nigga only been free for like 3-4 months. Niggas losing their life like 300-400. You see, the habit goes both ways. They was digging in my pockets. I was digging in my pockets. You was looking to a light, trying to find a better way, trying to find a way out. I was looking for a lighter. Going back to that escapism, looking for a lighter to get high, to go on my vacation. You know what I mean? I was fucking with the fire in the worst way. Like getting caught up in bad shit. Yeah, Zay, I like when Zay gets introspective, man. He don't do it a lot. Like I said in previous reactions, he kind of speaks in like a coded language that's kind of hard to decipher. So when he's this, this direct with it and this introspective, I fuck with it.
Southside say you ain't got nothing to live for, so you ain't got nothing to lose, but don't shoot.
Oh, hit me with the little trumpet. Saxophone? Saxophone. Woo. Always a sucker for a good saxophone. That right there, let me scroll back through all the songs. That's top 3 so far. That's one of my favorite tracks on this. That's going to be one of my favorite tracks to return to and to, give a repeat listen to, break it down a little bit more. I fuck with that heavy. 12th track is called Chad, featuring, I don't know why I wanted to call him Yogurt, but his name is YGTUT, YG Tut. I don't know. We about to find out, though.
If I wasn't rapping, baby, I would still be rapping Mercedes. My new
Zay.
was so related. My old bitch was overrated. If you pop that pill, remember, niggas full like eyes and feet. If you want that cup, remember, niggas full like...
Okay. You said if you ever pop that pill, remember, niggas fold like hundreds and fifties. Like, if you going down that road, like, people ain't gonna be loyal to you. They gonna be loyal to the pill. They gonna be loyal to their addiction. So don't, you know what I'm saying? If you go down that path, don't think it's sweet out here.
Little nigga got caught with the head ride. Dog foot in the word to my canine. Friend nigga got found with the head ride. Running to the state lines.
Who does his voice remind me of? Like, that deep voice reminds me of somebody who's, popping. No offense, I ain't in no way trying to be disrespectful. I've just never heard of this dude, but his voice reminds me of somebody, and I'm liking the shit he's talking about. Kind of clever. Serving out the chevron, little nigga got caught with the heron, dog food, and a word to my canines. I like that wordplay. Woo! You hear the little in the back, between those melodies already? That's crazy. That's smooth. Woo! Yo! That shit is so crazy, bro. Zay killing it with this melody shit, bro. Fuck what's going on at the end of that shit? Okay. But yeah, that was another highlight, man. I didn't expect it to be by that name. I don't know what Chad is. I don't know who Chad is. But, man, he was the inspiration behind a fire-ass track, clearly. The melodies going crazy. The melodies on top of melodies. The harmonization. That shit getting stuck in my motherfucking head already, bro. 13th track, 9-3, freestyle.
The way you suck a dick, you get a B+. You
Oh shit, I was just pulling up the lyrics to this shit, so I didn't even see I didn't see that shit coming at all. He said the way you suck a dick, you get a B+. It was good, you know what I'm saying, but it just wasn't quite, it wasn't good enough to get an A though.
The way you suck a dick, you get a B+. You got it. The way you suck a dick, you get a pre-S. You run to it, though they need to keep up. That bitch can kill no balance on the dick, but she a Libra. That bitch can get a dollar for that shit, it's Ebenezer.
Okay, he said that bitch can't even balance on the dick, but she a Libra scale, but she can't balance on the dick. Hey, what you got against Shorty, bro?
Cause if I try to keep it, she know I got Tisha, Keisha, you know I got niggas in my whip looking at this shit like I won't bust. All my dogs got it filled up, but still crunk. All my dogs got it filled
Hey. Huh.
Niggas came up from the south, knowing them streets done did you dirt.
Okay, got the little scratch in there. Alright.
I'm tryna take all these bitches to work, working the curves, working the curve. I wanna count on the Benjamins. She wanna fuck on the Benjamins, suck on my Benjamins, make a predicament, breaking the ligament, having a epiphany, having like evidence, happen like every day. We was just kicking it, we was just kicking it. I'm tryna take all these bitches to work.
We was just kicking it, ho. We was just kicking it. That was fire. That was short. I mean, all these tracks are pretty short. But it's a 9 to 3 freestyle, you know what I mean? Short, but that shit was funny, bro. Don't let Zay fool you, bro. He a goddamn fool. Track 14. This is the one when I saw the track list come out. This is the one that I was looking forward to the most. This is Score featuring SZA and Black. Ooh, talk that shit. Yeah. That too. What else? Yeah. 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 Talk to me, girl. Talk to me. Hey, it's the first time I paused this whole thing. Usually I'm pausing it, you know, pretty frequently. But I just wanted to vibe out to that shit. I did not want to stop it. But that transition between SZA and Black, that was smooth as hell. Let's go.
Really wanna slide, feeling way high on the highway, might for the same squad, never leave up.
Right.
We both put up points, think I need her.
Yeah.
Hop out all brown, she a cheater. That dress make you pop like believer. Play right, goddamn. I be here from daylight to night, I am. Tucked like the moon in the sky, just waiting on my shift. No, I'm going to school, I'm just waiting on my pizza. I try to get you run out, They got me at the store, they got me like don't leave her. Play right, goddamn.
Goddamn.
Troy right, goddamn. Score tonight.
Man, bro, like I said, I did not want to stop it at all. I think I paused once, maybe twice on that whole thing. When usually it'd be like 5-6 times or something like that. Those are the exact vibes that I was hoping. And that shit definitely going on the playlist, bro. 15th track, THIB.
What's that creeping in my window? What's that fucking with my conscience? What's that creeping in my window? What's that fucking with my conscience? I was chain swing, still empty, fucking. I was choosing, still empty, fucking. I don't even like any, fucking. Night rider, still drinking, ducking. What's that creeping in my window?
That's why this kind of sounds familiar. He released like a little trailer to this album called The House is Burning. And oh, that just hit me too. THIB, The House is Burning. Big brain.
Been at it, been starving, thirsty, still breathing. Don't tease me, serving. I'm vibing to the beach. Top down, loud sound, see my peeps. Smoke a pound, stomach growling.
I like when he switches up the flow sometimes. It's so like, it's so pronounced. Or he'll put like an effect on it. Like earlier he said something about hanging from a noose or something like that. And this, he was on the same flow. And he switched, I'm mobbing to the beach. And this is completely, you know what I'm saying? It's completely different.
Serving, I'm vibing to the beach. Top down, loud sound, see my peeps.
Whole different flow.
Smoke a pound, stomach growl, let me feast. I need everything in my reach.
Man, I thought it was gonna transition to a whole different song. Okay. All right. Zay always seems to find the perfect pockets. You know what I'm saying? The perfect pockets on the beat to just do his thing. Like, he doesn't have to say much, but you know what I'm saying? He, like I said in the intro, he's got his formula and he just makes that shit work. 16th, last track, HB to you, which I'm assuming is happy birthday to you.
You're in heaven?
Yes.
How do you know that?
No.
Yeah. I hope it all makes sense to ball like this. The larger.
Wow, that was loaded and very, very blunt to say to a little kid. I said, "Dad, is there a heaven?" And he said, "Yeah." The kid says, "How do you know that?" He says, "You don't." I guess that's maybe just speaking to faith. You know what I mean?
Is there a heaven?
Yes.
How do you know that?
No.
Yeah. I hope it all makes sense to ball like this. The larger dress. Ain't nothing stopping me but parking fees. Mend your hands, settle down. If you don't ever get yourself straight, who the fuck is you gonna help me?
Thanks.
I pray for many Thanksgivings. I pray that Tifa don't.
He preaching on this already. If you don't get yourself straight, who the fuck is you gonna help, man? Like, I'm sure you've heard the saying, "You can't pour from an empty glass." That's very true. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have your own foundation set, like, it's gonna be real hard to try to help other people. You know what I'm saying? So get yourself straight before anybody else.
I pray for many Thanksgivings. I pray that Tifa don't cook. You know her mama put chicken in their greens. That's that shit I never see.
Why you gotta pour her on blast like that on a song, bro? She gonna hear that shit, be offended as hell, bro.
Hell, man. I pray for many Thanksgivings. I pray that Tifa don't cook. You know her mama put chicken in their greens. That's that shit I never seen before. Bucket list, scratching off some shit you never dreamed before. Sparkle up your pinky toe. Hey baby, my dream too big for this city. In Myrtle Beach, ain't vacation. I can't go far as Nevada. See, I only seen Vegas. If not these niggas, bitch, your senses betray ya. I need a day or two hoes plotting on my cellular phone. I'm on speed dial. I'm your favorite problem, you bitch. I'm a thousand years, I want my payback. It's all for you. Yeah. Slide, I'm out of here. Inside the whip, a thousand years, I want my payback.
This might be one of my favorite hooks on this whole album, man. Slip inside, I'm out of here. Inside the whip, 1,000 years, 1,000 years. I want my payback. It's all for you. I'm gonna have to decipher that, but just the way he's saying that shit, like, that shit one of my favorite hooks so far.
Your face was blizzard, are you numb enough again? How I sing it with that purple Power Ranger in my Benz. It's a cheap, but I'm gon' get it. I'm still rockin' when I visit.
Going back to that coke talk. Coke is a frequent subject throughout this whole album. As is, you know, a lot of other drugs and shit and a lot of ways to escape. But your face is blizzard. Are you numb enough again? Just talking about, you know, when you snort coke, it numbs your face. I've heard. How I sang it in that purple Power Ranger in my Benz. I'm assuming he means he had some lean, some purple drink, and some syrup in his Benz. Going back to that drug talk, that escapism and shit.
Always looking for a good time, Sunday. That's just my first name. Don't holler about your father incentive. It's just a birthday and a warning for repeating. The cycle will be the worst way. Them hoes always calling my number like it's a jersey. Them hoes always treating my Johnson like he a person. No matter what can happen, what happened, and have a purpose. Translate for you scratching the surface, motherfucker. I need my paper.
He rapping on this shit too. He might have saved the best for last, bro. He coming with the bars. Don't holler about your father's incentive. It's just a birthday, and a warning for repeating the cycle would be the worst way. Them hoes always calling my number like a jersey. Them hoes always treating my Johnson like he a person, which is funny as hell. No matter what could happen, what happened to having purpose, like what happened to finding purpose in your life, you know what I mean? Always stick to that. Always stick to the script.
I want my payback. It's all for you. Yeah. Slide, I'm out of here. Inside the whip,
Still 2 whole minutes left. Okay. Coming in low key, feeling like a country track almost. You know what I mean?
The time of my life, but I'm still on drugs. Just had a weekend buzz. Have I been cheating myself? I'm imploding.
That was a fire way to end the album. Like the beginning track of Happy Birthday to You was good, but that second part of the song took it to a completely different space, and I think it went up a notch in my opinion. It felt like a country song almost. It felt like maybe something like the Beatles would make. Catchy as hell, just like the rest of this album, you know what I mean? Melodies has always been Zay's strong suit. Flows have always been Zay's strong suit. Introspection has always been his strong suit. I like when he gets in that bag. Drug talk and just escapism is always a big subject for him, and I like when he gets into that bag. And this had everything. This album had everything that I just mentioned. The singles are fire that I didn't cover on this reaction. Lay With Ya with Duke Deuce was just turned the fuck up, and that's, you know, this album needs that here and there. What You Said was some like Wiz Khalifa type vibes with that steel drum. Headshots, that was the one the fans have been waiting on for years, and I'm hella glad that we finally got it. That definitely lived up to expectations. As far as my other favorite tracks, From the Garden with Lil Uzi was fire. Lil Uzi is just on a streak with fire verses in my opinion, and as I've said before, I'm not the biggest Lil Uzi fan by any stretch of the imagination. I want some other dope ones. Don't Shoot. I love what that was talking about. I love the melodies in that. 9 to 3 Freestyle was funny as hell. Score with Black and SZA. I didn't want to stop it. I know I had to just because of copyright purposes and shit, but I didn't want to stop that just because I was feeling it so much. I was feeling the vibes so much. And, you know, that's a word that's really overused, is vibes. You know what I mean? It can be cringy if used in the wrong context, but there's no better word to describe Isaiah Rashad than just vibes. And as I've said in the intro, he has a formula that's grown and evolved from album to album, and he's just continuing to perfect it. And these 16 songs in The House Is Burning are Zay getting even better than he was before. A lot of these songs I feel like are gonna grow on me, even the ones that I really wasn't feeling off rip. But this is just an album that I can put on front to back if I just need background music, if I'm going on a long drive or whatever. This is that type of shit that you put on. I think it goes without saying, this is top shelf in the dope scale. And as I listen more and more, like I just said, I'm just going to enjoy it even more, if you can believe that. That's all I got for today's video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that sub to show some love. Hit that like button to continue to support the channel. Share this video with your friends. Let them know there's some light-skinned dude over on YouTube reacting to Isaiah Rashad albums. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite track from this album was. Talk to me. You know I talk back. I've been Timmy. Y'all been too dope. Till next time. Peace.
Young nigga move that dope. Young nigga move that dope. Move that dope. Move that dope.